Hello, Archie Luxury, and today we're asking, do you want to buy a brand new Patek? What do? Do you buy a new Patek or do you buy a slightly used one? Have a look at this video for the answer to that. Listening to this video could save you thousands. Hello, I'm Archie Luxury and welcome to the program Fuckers. And today I want to talk about the greedy Swiss. The greedy Swiss. And I gotta tell you, it's quite interesting what's happened in the Swiss watch industry. Before I go on there, remember, like, subscribe, and tell your fuckhead friends about my channel. And don't forget, fuckers, look in the description for 10 ways you can help me stay on YouTube. And today I thought I might wear, my Reverso. I'll put my Reverso on. And I gotta tell you, fuckers, I gotta tell you, it's a very, very interesting thing what the problem is with the Swiss. And you know, what I see is that you're having a situation in the Swiss watch industry where they are so fucking greedy. You got Swatch Group, they've decided they're not going to be selling movements to non-Swatch members. So Swatch owns Eterna, ETA, that make things like the Valjoux 7750. So you've got the Swiss saying, oh, we're not going to be supplying eBosch movements to the industry. Well, that's very, very cool, isn't it? Then you've got greedy makers. And I mean, listen to this. If you had a situation where the car industry, if General Motors said, we're not going to be selling parts, spare parts, to non-authorized dealers, there would be uproar, there would be consumer protest, there would be a big hoo-for-all. Everyone would scream blue murder. When the Swiss say, hey, we're not going to supply parts to independent watchmakers, it's considered, oh, we're doing, and the Swiss, they're such fucking two-faced sons of bitches. They say it we're doing to maintain quality. They've always got your interests at heart there. And it's a real fucker. I got to be completely honest with you. The Swiss themselves there, I mean, fuck. Do you really feel sorry for these fuckers with the downturn? I know to God that I really do not feel anything sorrow related to these nasty fuckers. And I gotta tell you, they really are their own worst enemy. They are greedy, they are self-interested, they are just nasty fuckers to deal with. And I mean, look, in the old days, Rolex used to supply tools, case openers, free of charge to independent watchmakers, because Rolex felt by doing that they would actually increase sales. If their watches were able to be fixed around the world, more people would buy them. But that line of thinking has changed a lot there. What they now say is, oh, no, we want to keep it in. We want to keep it for ourselves. We want that slice of the pie. So what you've got now is you've got a situation where the whole Swiss watch industry is fucking self-interested. They want to sell watches, and if I mean, this is the beautiful thing with the Swiss. If a brand does really well, they will put a boutique in that location. So they get all the sales figures. They can see what's selling. And if it does really well, they'll open a factory-owned boutique. And then all servicing, it needs to go through them. No independent service agents. No. It's all got to go through their own factory-owned channels. And I got to tell you the honest truth there. I love quality wristwatches. Quick wristwatch check, Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Grande. But these fuckers really push the envelope. They really push the envelope. And I mean, if you bought a car and you could only take it to Mercedes-Benz for service, you couldn't go to an independent, and people would scream blue murder. But because it's the watch industry, it's a luxury segment, and it's they don't fucking say anything. And I mean, let's be honest there. If you were a young person and you love horology and you wanted to become a watchmaker, it's in a trade apprenticeship, why would you fucking bother? Because even after you've mastered the art of servicing watches, for any of these top brands, well, even mid-tier fucking shitters, you can't get the fucking parts. You can't get the parts. They won't supply parts to you. You need mainspring, or you need a cog, or you need this. Nope, they won't. Oh, no. They will not supply you. And the big watchmakers are saying, oh, there's a shortage of watchmakers. There's a shortage of, well, the reason there's a shortage is because you fucking Swiss bastards, you fucking greedy sons of bitches, you're not making it viable for anyone to learn the trade because you cunts won't supply parts. You will not supply parts. And this is the whole thing. If you can't get the fucking thing serviced, it puts a real nasty, bitter, vicious taste in your mouth. It's like going into the smash repair business, but no bastard will sell you panels for car repairs. If you can't get panels, how the fuck can you repair the car after a smash? You're not going to bespoke the parts yourself. It's just not viable to do that. And this is the whole thing. The Swiss are greedy fuckers. They are greedy. They are selfish. They are self-interested sons of bitches. And they're really just a bunch of cunts. I mean, the whole Swiss banking industry is built on stolen Jewish money. That's right. This is the honest truth. In World War II, many wealthy Jews deposited money into the famous Swiss bank accounts. A lot of these Jews were then sent to concentration camps. They were killed. And presto, all of a sudden these Swiss banks, secretive Swiss banks, they won't give the funds back to family. Oh, no, you've got to have your Swiss number. It's the person who opened the account. Oh, well, they're not there. We can't divulge secrecy. They're a bunch of self-serving fucking cunts. And this is, do you think the Swiss in the watch industry are any fucking different? Is the morals any fucking different? I mean, these sons of bitches, they won't supply parts to any independents. So if you're not going to supply parts to independents, why would you become a watchmaker? Because there's no parts. It's a bit like Cuba. You know, in Cuba, you've got all these vintage 1950s sort of cars pre-Castro, pre-Exodus. And they're cobbled together with bits and pieces from all sorts of things. And it's the same thing because they couldn't get fucking parts. That's what the Swiss are doing to the watch industry. And because it's a luxury good, because it's luxury goods, it's an elite thing, they don't have consumer backlash, or they don't have any fucker to answer to. They really are fucking the consumer over. And in my opinion, I think the Swiss have got no one to blame but themselves. They are greedy fuckers. And I mean, it's not a matter of just supplying parts to any Tom, Dick or Harry, but if they had an accreditation, you could do an accreditation course for their brand. Watchmakers, you've got to be able to have a supply channel where parts can come from. And the Swiss themselves, they're fucking incredibly self-centered and greedy. Not only have they decided to, like Swatch Group has decided not to release movements to other manufacturers, but the Swiss, these big manufacturers, if a location is really hot and cool, they'll put a fucking boutique there and compete against their own fucking retail channel. Thank you, fuckers. They will also make special watches only for boutique. Audemars Piguet apparently made the Jumbo AP, that's the Audemars Piguet Royal Oak 15202. It's only a boutique purchase now. You cannot buy it from a dealer. You've got to buy it strictly from a boutique store. And it's just a story about the biggest bunch of fucking cunts there is. And I think it's an absolute fucking travesty. And I gotta be completely honest with you there. I think a small collection is a wiser idea. Otherwise, you're gonna have service liabilities. You're gonna have such fucking huge expenses. And it's all because of Swiss greed. That's what it is. It's Swiss greed. And I honestly think, to be honest with you, with the downturn in the watch industry, the only thing I can say is it couldn't happen to a nicer bunch of cunts. Archie Luxury channel, tell me what you fuckers think of that.